Hello, everybody. My name's Luke Mullins, and I'm going to be helping you guys to make 10 grand, 10 grand a month. That's the goal. Who am I? I've done a few businesses in the past. I was in my local newspaper for starting a marketing agency when I was 15, dropping out of school. Um, yeah, a few other things, but let's get onto it. I failed a few businesses, starting again, proving anyone can make 10 grand. Not online, because I know some people don't like doing stuff online. I can do stuff online, but this is foolproof. Um, Anyone can do it. All right, so whiteboard time. Whiteboard. So the goal is, boom, 10,000. Can you see that? £10,000. Now, to make £10,000, you need to make £1, 10,000 times. So if you think a bottle of water at the supermarket, £1, for them to make 10 grand revenue, they need to sell 10,000 of them, right? A £10 product, £1,000, 1,000 times. So if you're selling, I don't know, a cleaning product, right? £10 a bottle, you're going to need to sell 10, 1,000 of them 10 times to make 10 grand revenue. This isn't even profit yet. Or if you have a £100 product, you only need to sell that 100 times. So it's a lot easier to sell 100 times than it is 10,000 times or 1,000 times. Or if you're really good, right, like a lot of these coaching programs, right? A 1K product, 10 times. So you need to start out. What is your product going to be? Are you going to sell a £1 product, £10 product, £100 product, or £1,000 product? Usually with a £1,000 product, you need some sort of credibility. You need to have done something before, so something that's in demand. You need to have a bit of respect. People need to respect you to pay that much money. Um, and a £1 product, right? Either you're on the street and you're selling 333, something like that, products a day, and there's 100% profit margin. That's the only way that you're going to make money. Unless you're a massive conglomerate and you have lots of capital and you can sell wholesale and sell loads of units, like Coca-Cola, right? They sell millions of bottles a day, per bottle. It's low profit, but that's that sort of model. £10 a day times 1,000, right? More of like an e-commerce sort of way of doing it now. 1,000 products times 10, drop shipping. You don't have to touch it. You just create an advertisement, get attention, and try get 1,000 people to buy your product in a month. Now we're not doing online, right? So we're not doing online. We don't really have time to sell 10,000 products, and we don't really have credibility to be selling a £1,000 product. So what we're going to be doing, this one, if we can sell something that's around £100 10 times, that is where it's going to be at now. Look how small that is. This is going to take me ages. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. So this is what we want. Go for a £100 product that you can sell 100 times a month. But we kind of want more because that's not going to be our profit. So maybe we want something that's high profit margin so we can stay around those numbers. Okay. Which is a service-based business. When I was doing digital marketing, I would go up to businesses, say, do you have an online presence or are you currently advertising? They say yes or no. I go in if they're a small business, look, you need to be doing £500 minimum, right? 500 minimum on ad spend. Then I would take another 500 for doing the work, which means I'll be making £500. I wouldn't even touch this. right? So everyone I get on board, £500, that's a lot of work. But there's 100% profit margin for doing a service. That's why service base is good, because it's low cost, high profit margin. It cost me nothing. It cost me nothing. Maybe a little meal or something to meet up with a client. Most times you just ring them up, go into the office and tell them, oh, I've got this product, you interested or not, in a very nice salesy way. But we're in the real world, right? Things that you can do, landscaping businesses, um, cleaning businesses. I'm going to start off with one of the, like, it's one of the lowest businesses that you think of, right? You're driving down the road, you're seeing beautiful offices, you're seeing um, landscapers, plumbers, electricians. You're like, all right, if they've got their own business, they probably make a lot of money. Not many people think that car washes, right? Valeting. If you're washing a car, or if you're driving down the road, you walk past a car wash, you're like, yeah, he's on minimum wage, or he's probably on less than minimum wage, and we're gonna make £10,000 a month in the next 6 months from exactly that car valeting. What do we need to provide more value, right? How can we provide more value? Because anyone can go down the street, cheap car wash, get the job done, boom, 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 easy, £10 a wash, whatever they do, super cheap. We need to provide value. So we need to, what do? You have to drive to them. Can we solve that problem? Yes. So we need to go to them. What do we need? We need a vehicle, probably a van. Van. Boom. Van. To clean the cars, you need water, pressurized water. So you're going to need a jet, right? Now, with that, to get the dirt off in an efficient way, you're going to need chem- chemicals. Jet, van, chemicals. Now, you could do it just with that, right? Super easy. You go to their house, plug in the water into the jet machine, plug the power into their property, but you can provide more value than that. If you're trying to make 10 grand a month, more value at a water tank and a generator, right? So that's what I've got. I've traded in my van, traded in my van. No, I didn't trade in my van. I traded in my car. I'm heartbroken. Man, never gonna see you again. Flipping hell. Another motor, man. Why am I always buying cars? It's clean though. Look at this. Flipping proper clean. Smells good. Yeah, bruv. Yeah. White van. Few in the fleet now. Gorgeous. Right, I traded in a car. Right, my car was about 5k. Trade that into a van. Got a bit of money back. Lost about £1,000 on the car. Van was just under 4 grand. So traded it in for a van. Got £300. That £300 went into a jet. Right. Then I invested another 400 into a generator. And now I just need chemicals. That's simple, right? That's simple. Most people, you have a car, trade that car in for a van. You're probably going to get a bit of money because the van I've got is mad cheap, old van. That will give you a bit of money for the jet washer and generator. And chemicals are super cheap. We'll talk about procurement quickly. Procurement is the art of getting what you want for the lowest price for the highest value. So you've got brands like Louis Vuitton, super high quality, some people would say, but they're also very expensive. T-shirt like this from Louis Vuitton, £400, £500. And then you've got Primark, sell a 5 pack of t-shirts for £8 or something like that. So £1 t-shirt versus £500 t-shirts. Now, then you've got other brands, for example, Uniqlo. Uniqlo probably use the similar materials as Louis Vuitton, but they sell their t-shirts at around £40. So if you want the best quality for the lowest price, try get the same quality that Louis Vuitton uses, but for the least price, you're gonna go more like Uniqlo. This is only an example. I don't know what materials any of them use. I just know that it's around there. It's around there. So procurement, we're trying to find a chemical, the cheapest price. So we're going to look for more like a dilution, right? A very pure chemical. What's the word? What's the word? This is what happens when you get old, right? You forget the word. You need it basically like cordial, right? Fruit juice. You get the tub, you put that much in the bottom of your water, and then you fill it up in your bottle, fill it up with water. So that means that that one bottle will last you loads of times. So we've procured a chemical company that also does the best job for the price. You've got loads of guys in the market, car cleaning market, that will charge a load of money. They've got posh branding, all that sort of stuff. They're 80% there in the chemical quality, but we've gone to a science-based supplier, which is cheaper. It's like out of 10, it's like 8 out of 10 on cheapness, but it's 10 out of 10 on the quality. So it's not the cheapest product on the market, but procurement is the best value for the price, meaning we can get more profit margin every time we clean a car. So long story short, that's a little bit about setup. I will probably have added in some clips of the van, generator. I'll show you the generator quickly because and the pressure washer, because this is good when we talk about procurement, right? If we go to, I bought this all night. This is just like spur of the moment sort of thing. Make sure none of my details are in here. So I bought a Kranzel pressure washer from eBay. These brand new go for about £1,000. This one was serviced. I found one that was serviced recently, so I can assure that it probably works. It was serviced the beginning of this month. I bought it, messaged them, negotiated, down to £330 with the hose, with the sprayer, saved myself £700. Then, generator, you need to make sure that you get the right equipment, especially when you're in the trades, right? Because the generator, you need to find out how many kilowatts it needs to power. Right, here we go. Where is this? Okay, long story short, it's not showing me, but I bought a JCB generator. JCB generator. That was around £400. So now I'm all in, right, for my car, basically my car, and then an extra £500 because traded in my car, lost money on it from depreciation. But when I traded in my car, got the cash and bought the van, I had around £300-400. That paid for the pressure washer. I put in another £400 for the generator, and the chemical cost will be about £150. Now, I believe that those chemicals, let's get into it to calculate the profit margin. Right? Average wash, average service is going to be, I'm going to charge £250 first wash, and after that, I will charge a mean of £70, an average of £70, which is close to that £100. 100 customers times £100, we're going to be looking at a 80% profit margin. Those 100 chemicals, £100 worth of chemicals, will probably last me about 50 washes. So I'm only spending £2 on chemicals. Then we talk about the generator, Talk about fuel. That lasts for about 7 hours on a full tank, which is 15 liters of fuel. So 7, and then we got 15, right? Bad 5. Dodgy angle, as you can see. Right. 7, 15, which is going to cost like £2 an hour. And you're only using the jet washer for like 30 minutes. That's another £2. Fuel in the van. Let's just say it cost me, I've forgotten how to write here, gentlemen. Right? It's going to cost me £5. £5. Cost me £5 to clean a car. I'm going to make £70 revenue, take out the £5 cost. Chemicals, what do we say? £2. Generator, £2. Done. Then a bit of fuel. But I'm going to be working in a local area, so it doesn't really matter. Right, let's calculate this. 65. It's actually a bit better than an 80% profit margin. Let's just do the maths. Alright, so what we're going to do, 65 divided by 70. I definitely did just not go on my phone and calculate this, but that equals around 92.8 profit margin. This is what we want, people. The higher this is, the more that you're getting from each sale, right? Especially when you're starting off from scratch with low budget, because your aim in this business is to get to that 10 grand and move on. 10 grand, live your life. 10 grand is a good number for anyone in the world, right? We're on this. This is how much we're going to make. Now, which means we need to times 65, right? 10 grand divided by 65 equals, we need 153. 153 customers. How many days are we going to be operational? Every freaking day, because we're out here grafting, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be out here every single day. So that's 30 days every month divided by 153, which is how many customers we need. So I've done this wrong somewhere. 153 customers divided by £10,000. I'm doing something very wrong. What am I trying to calculate? How many washes? How many washes? No, that is actually how many washes I need to do. But this actually isn't customers, because some people will want it a weekly wash. Some people will want monthly wash. Some people want bi-weekly. So how many washes per day do we need to do? Okay. 153 divided by 30 gives us 5 washes a day. Here we go. Now we're getting equals 5.1 washes per day. Average wash will take 1.5 hours. 1.5, which means that we will be working for 7. Let's call it 8. 8 hours a day, including the drive. How about that? You're gonna watch me make 10 grand a month working less time than your 9 to 5. 9 to 5. I ain't even doing a 9 to 5. I'll be doing a flipping 12 till 8. Have that. Stay tuned. We're gonna be making 10 grand here. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.